Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Greene. I am Toni Greene, the Psychic Medium. Oh, yeah, I'm a dork. Get ready. Get ready for an hour of dorkism. Anyway, so we're going to get started in a second. First and foremost, I never reach out to anybody to ask you if you would like a personal reading. So if somebody's reaching out to you on social media and asking you if you would like a personal reading from me, it's not me. That's not me. That's a scammer. Do not reply. The only way to get a personal reading is through my website or to call my business line. My website is tonig.info. That is the website that I have. And my business number is 414-897-2869. And I'm going to tell you all of my readings are done either in person or over the phone. I will never email you or text you a reading. Not happening. Okay. Hey, Stevie. Happy Labor Day, buds. Happy Labor Day to everybody that celebrates Labor Day. Here we are, Labor Day, which means people back in school, which means fall is coming, which means I'm really sad because I love summer. I'm a big summer baby and I love summer. And I did the fall. I don't mind the fall. I really don't mind the fall. The fall is amazing for bonfires and stuff like that. But what comes after is winter, and I really do mind the winter. I don't appreciate winter. No, not at all. I don't like being cold. Snow is pretty for like 1 minute and then it gets dirty. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm being honest about my feelings here. And isn't that what's so important? Oh my goodness. Okay, here's my PSA of the day. And some people, this might be a little bit sensitive for some people, so please take it as you can. Don't be triggered by this. This is being put out to be something to help keep you and your loved ones safe. So there are if you're out, I'm going to try to say this as delicately as possible without using keywords that will get this shut down or turned away. Okay. So if you are out shopping any place, I don't care if you live in a safe suburban area or not so much. I don't care if you're male, female, young, old. I don't care. It's happening to everybody. It's happening to people who are young, old, men, women. So please pay attention here. When you go to the parking lot, and it doesn't matter where you shop. It doesn't matter if you shop at like a Walgreens, a CVS, a Target, a Walmart, or a Dollar Tree. If you're at a park, if you're at a wherever, it doesn't matter. This is happening every place. Every place. So pay attention, folks. This is really something that I'm extremely passionate about, even though I don't bring it up a lot on my show because it is a very sensitive subject. If you're walking to your vehicle, there's two things you need to do. Three things. Obviously, while you are where you are, watch your surroundings. Second, and don't think because you're a man or you're older, it's not going to happen to you. That's not a fact. That is not true. Okay. Second, when you're walking to your vehicle, check not only your vehicle, but other people's vehicles. If you see tissue in or on a handle of a vehicle, do not touch it. Call the police immediately. If you see business cards or flyers, do not touch them. If you see money on or around a vehicle, do not touch it. Do not touch it. If you see zip ties on a passenger door or the back of a vehicle, again, call the police. These are the tricks of the trade for people who are snatching up bodies and using them for everything from organs to the other thing that we are very well aware of. They don't care what your body looks like. They don't care if you're a man or a woman. They don't care if you're young or you're old. If you have children, all the better. Okay. If you don't believe me, call the local police departments. They will confirm this. I'm just trying to keep y'all safe. I'm just trying to give you the heads up. If it's not on your vehicle, please, if you see it on somebody else's vehicle, call the popo. This is the one time if you snitch, you will not get stitches. But you might save somebody's life. So please pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention. If you see a mom that has her hands full with kids and you see something shady going on around her, pay attention to that. Look out for each other right now. That's what we have to do. One more thing that they're doing is, and let me tell you, they are working with women. Ghislaine Maxwell was not the only one. They will have a woman approach you in the store and ask you if you can help them to their vehicle with a heavy item and pay attention for others. And of course, on that happy note, my YouTube connection goes down. Okay, so when I see YouTube say the connection went down, I kind of try to pause for a minute so that people watching on YouTube don't miss anything. Okay, now we're going to get to callers. A couple quick announcements here. And if somebody thinks that information is inappropriate, I'm sorry, but please watch out for each other out there. Okay, a couple quick announcements here. This show does go live on TV, WSCS, Roku, Rude Rangers TV, and a number of other stations that I should know and be able to rattle off, but I don't because I have, I just don't. It's not important why. Okay, second. I'm also on almost every podcast. If you would like to join the show live, you can. Not here in this space, but you can watch live on YouTube every Monday and Wednesday at noon. You can also call in and ask questions or connect with a loved one on the other side. The number is 845-277-9131. 845-277-9131. That is the call-in number for the show and the show only. If you're trying to schedule, that is not the number to call, okay? I'm going to say hello to everybody who has joined me on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, shout out, say hi. Terry asked for a clearing. Hey, Caroline, Terry, Fawn, Jazz. Hey, Jazz. Jessica. Raphael, Brazilian Poppy. No, Raphael. No, seriously, his name on YouTube is Raphael, Brazilian Poppy. Okay. Raphael, that makes everybody curious. We all want to know a little bit more about you now. Sal, hey Sal Fawn, thank you guys for being here on Labor Day. So I'm just gonna, Raphael, you have become the target of my show now. I'm going to just keep coming back to you. Okay. It's the little things that make us happy, that make us smile. Okay. Terry asked for a clearing for success. Okay, we are open to success. I get a no. Let's start clearing that. This is at the 10-minute mark of the show, everybody. Whew. Success, our path for success is wide open. I get a no. Let's start clearing that. And then I am successful and I am allowing success. I get a no on both of those. So let's clear those. I'm going to go to callers right now. When I say your area code, please tell me your name and your area that you're calling from. and then have an exact question or connection ready for me. Okay, excellent. And an exact question is not tell me my next 3 months, 6 months. That's a whole private reading. That's a whole private reading. It is not just give me any message. Please have an exact question ready. I have a lot of people waiting on the call log that I won't be able to get to. So the more exact your question is, the more people I can help today. Here we go. 908. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, good morning, Toni. This is Caroline
Hey.
from the East Coast.
Hey, Caroline. How can I help you today?
Well, I would love to connect. It's a long gone neighbor of mine. Her name is Marie, and the husband's still alive, and I try to take very good care of him. But I am, I feel so sad that he's losing his memory. And so it's kind of like there's a couple of issues, like money, he doesn't know how much he owns a person and all kinds of stuff. So I'd like to know from Marie, what can I do to help him? Is there, and you won't let me in the house.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing, love, and thank you so much for calling in with this. This is such a sensitive subject for so many people. If we have somebody who is in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's, sundowners, and or dementia, it's a very difficult space, and we don't want to see them get harmed or ripped off, and we don't want to get harmed or ripped off by them. Keep a video and or written log of everything. That's the best thing you can do at this point. I do feel like there is somebody, unfortunately, a family member that may be taking advantage of this person a little bit at this point. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, there's not a lot you can do unless social services or a healthcare provider steps in. And that won't happen because you're not a relative. So all you can do is kind of try to watch out for him. And even if you try to explain to him his son may be taking advantage of him, he's not going to pay attention to that. He's not going to listen to it because he is going to be, half in, half out. And I feel like he's in the beginning stages. I just keep hearing of dementia. And I do feel like there's not a lot that, once they hit that point, somebody in the family has to do something. And in this case, I feel like the person in the family who can do something won't be until there's no more advantage to be gotten from this situation. I am going to tell you, if you know a family member outside of the son, somebody who might have a little bit of pull or power and it's safe, and I'll explain that comment in a minute, I would reach out to that family member, because only within the family dynamics can they fix this. And when I say, and it's safe, because as soon as you reach out to another family member, that family member is going to try to talk with the son and the father, and it's going to cause complications for you. So again, the best thing I'm getting for you at this time is to keep a video log. And if anybody's dealing with somebody who has Alzheimer's or dementia or some sundowners, it's called not sometimers, sundowners, which is when the sun, at those peak evening hours is when it kicks in the most for some people, and in the beginning. And I learned that from a friend of mine, Mary Ellen. She actually is the first person who told me about that description for sundowners. What I would say is just keep video. If you can, everybody has a camera and a video on their phone. I would say absolutely positively keep some sort of video, um, what log or video evidence of everything that you do with this person. So later on, things don't come back at you, and you have a record of any financial transactions or anything you want to do. Don't go in this man's house. Number one, I don't think it's safe for you.
Yeah.
And people with that tendency towards dementia over Alzheimer's, they can have that tendency to have those outbursts and a bit of violence, and then they don't remember it, and it's just not safe. But second, I feel like there may be things going on in the home that are not as up to par as we would want them to be. To go in, and if you go in, you're going to want to take care of things, and you can't. This is not your space. This is not your place. This is not your job. You have to let the family step in at this point and take care of it. Because if you go in the house and you start moving things, the son who is taking advantage of this situation might turn around and accuse you of doing things that the son is actually doing. So you're being divinely protected by being kept out of that home also, okay? Caroline, thank you. I think this was an amazing question, not only for yourself, but anybody else who might be listening that's going through something similar. Similar? Similar. The word is similar. Seminal. What is seminal? What does that even mean? Is that even a word? But thank you so much.
It's Latin root. It's Latin root, probably.
Oh, maybe, possibly. Thank you so much for calling in, love. Thank you for your question. I know it's going to help a lot of people. Let's do a clearing that anybody suffering from sundowners, dementia, or Alzheimer's, that they that the right people step in to help them. Let's clear that and see what happens. And I hope this guy, I hope that everything does work out, but stay away from the situation. It's the safest thing for you. Okay, love?
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You owe me $300 now.
Oh my goodness. I would
go shopping.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to get it from him. I think you have to go to a family member in order to be able to get that. Okay, love? Unfortunately.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
You have an amazing rest of the day, love. And we will talk soon. I just love Caroline. She's one of the sweetest people. I'm going to go directly to 216. 216. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello. I'm calling from the state of Ohio. My name is Sharon. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Sharon. How can I help you today, love?
Oh, it's rain, rain, rain. That's all it is. Okay, so at my job, my career, we just got a new boss. I guess, can you pick up one question? I know, I'm trying to be specific as I can. Do you see any changes? Is this going to affect me with any of the changes in the department? How's that? I did just get a new responsibility.
Okay, yes. Okay, so
thank you. That's specific enough.
Thank you. That's awesome. There are going to be changes in the department. There are going to be quite a few. The changes that affect you won't be detrimental.
Okay.
What I'm getting is he's moving things around. Like sometimes when a new boss comes in, they want to make it their own and make it like, look what I did sort of thing going on. What I'm getting is there's going to be a little bit of that going on, but some of this is coming from him and some of it is coming from somebody above him. He's actually good at what he does, but he might not be good at the way he states it or does it. So he knows how to go in and make a department very efficient, okay? And he might know how to get productivity up, but he's not very good. He might not be as diplomatic or very good at the way that he states or says things. So just like, kind of fluff past that. Just do what you're supposed to do. All of this will smooth over in about 3, 6. Everything will be smoothed over and in perfect working order in about 6 months from now. And 6 months really isn't that long of a time.
Oh, no.
So
but you know what's so funny is that you're absolutely right.
Oh, thank you.
A man is at the top of all of us. He's the only man. I don't talk to him that much, but you're right. I can't believe it because we're run by women, but there is one man and you picked him up. That's so funny. But go on.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for the confirmation. I do feel like he is going to, I'm going to say the situation, the word I keep hearing is delicate. So and I'm going to say this, whether this is this person's ego or the situation, it doesn't matter. Act like you're wearing glass slippers. You just don't want to stomp too hard because they might shatter and you'll only cut your own foot. Okay. Oh, I've never heard that before. Okay. That's an awesome statement. So please make sure you are in that space where you are just go in, do your job, acclimate to any changes, and everything will be really good for you. And in about 6 months, everything will be exactly how you want it to be. Okay, love?
Thank you so much. Okay, Toni, you have a wonderful holiday. Thank you.
You too. And thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in. I'm going to go directly to 561. 561. Thank you so much for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Stacy from Terell. I'm just wondering when you think you're meeting somebody, like, is it going to be fall, winter, spring, in my love life?
Okay. So, Stacy, what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you that I feel like you are going to meet somebody I keep hearing June, so summer, next summer. Now I'm going to say this. You may run into people prior to that. Okay, and have conversations and maybe go out on a couple of dates, but that's not what you're talking about here. So let's just say you meet somebody in October. Yeah. That's not the person you're talking about. The person you're talking about, you're going to meet in June. I do feel like there is the potential for somebody to come in October. I do feel like this person is going to be, that's an odd descriptor, but flamboyant. The person coming in October is definitely has charisma and is flamboyant. What the heck is that even? What is that? Anyway, whatever that is, it is. I'm going to say the person you meet in October, there's going to be a lot of flags flying all over the field. Not only red ones, orange, yellow, and green also. Okay, so I'm not going to say too much about this. I think we can all pick up on what this might be. I'm just going to say, just pay attention to all the colored flags that this person might be carrying with them. And allow yourself to see it very clearly. Don't be in denial about anything. Pay attention to the details. The details are going to be important. The person coming in October, this can last as short or as long as you would like it to. Now, I just want to say something here because this is like the weirdest thing I've had to say, and I'm just going to say this. Somebody might be coming in October, and I'm just going to try to say this, and I'm just stating facts, folks. So whatever that is, this might be a female that actually comes in as a friend, but really wants to jimmy your jam. I mean, I'm just saying what I'm saying here. Okay.
Oh, you mean like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I understand. I understand what you. I now understand. I had a crush on a woman at work, but she quit. And I was attracted to her, and I guess.
Oh my gosh.
She's not. Yeah. So I understand.
Thank you so much for saying that, because I was getting this message that who's ever going to come in, I'm seeing the rainbow flag. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I even, I don't know if I should say this. And the flamboyant comment came out. So what I'm going to say is, whether it's that woman or a different woman, I feel like in October, somebody's coming in that is of that nature, and that person is a little too, I'm just going to say, I'm going to use, that person's just a little too high strung. Okay. They are of that nature, and it would probably be, there's an opportunity and a possibility there. But I think they are a little too high strung, a little too out there for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
between between now and June, they are asking that you really hone in on looking at what in the past, the people that you have been in relationships with, whether they've been friendships, family relationships, or partnerships, there's been a certain pattern, and they want you to really to get to the source of this. And I feel like it comes, and I'm not, this isn't good, bad, or indifferent. I feel like this pattern is more from your mom than your dad. Now, all of our parents have really good characteristics, and all of our parents have characteristics that, maybe they were supposed to teach us some valuable lessons. If we didn't learn and or heal from some of these things, we will keep picking partners like that have those characteristics from our parents. Okay. Now, what I'm going to say to you is, between now and June, is really pick up on or look back on some of the things that you liked, but some of the things also that weren't very healthy for the relationships, and just be very actively looking at that and knowing that, so that you can move into a space that the next partner doesn't have that. I do feel like in October, somebody's coming in, but they're going to be a little unhinged. So of all the words that they've used for this person, but here's the thing, you're not going to know some of these things right away. This person isn't going to show up like a hot mess at your door. Okay. They're not going to show up and be like all of this out front. It's going to unload slowly. So please watch the flags on the field, watch them, pick up on those things really quickly. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself in a drama circle that you might not be able to get yourself out of as easily as you would like to. But the person you're calling about. So here's the thing. When people ask this question, they're calling about a specific, like that person for the long-term relationship. That's coming in June. Now, whatever happens between now and June, one and done's, a little whatever, that's not the person that you're specifically asking about. But this person coming in October, toxic people don't come with warning signs. That's all I can say. Oh, but they can be a lot of fun, can't they? They can be so much fun for like a minute. Anyway, having said that, yes, exactly. Thank you for laughing. What I'm going to say is, whoever comes in around that, October time, especially Halloween time, please be aware of that. Okay, love? And June. And again, I know this is a really
Aw.
long answer to come all the way back to June. Okay, love?
June.
Excellent.
Oh, I appreciate it. So you're amazing. So
Oh.
so detailed. Wow.
Well,
I could say, I'm amazed.
thank you so much, and we'll see what happens. Please do call back and let us know. We will all be wanting to hear about the flamboyant person. I'm sure of it. I know we will. Okay, love.
Thank you so much. I will definitely reach back and give you an update. But happy Halloween to you too. That would be fun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And you have an amazing rest of the day. And again, thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to go to 586. 586, what's your name? And where are you calling from?
Hi, Terell, Michigan. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. Can you repeat your name for me?
Sherelle.
Sherelle. Hi. How can I help you today, baby?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I've been having a little bit of issues as far as money wise, and I'm currently pregnant at the moment, and I'm currently not working, but my significant other has been, kind of supporting me and taking care of me. But I just wonder, do you see anything coming up as far as finances, unexpected money, or a message from their side, or anything of that sort? And I've been having a slight of a gambling problem as well. So just trying to get things figured out because I'm a little lost within myself.
Okay, so love.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to say a couple of things, and I'm going to say a couple of things. I'm not saying them. They're coming from above. So the song I keep hearing, and anybody who's listened to more than one of my shows knows, eventually the chorus kicks in, and I hear songs, and they may or may not be the exact words of the song. But the one song I keep hearing, and I know this is not the words to this song, and they're singing it so loud in my ears that I can't even hear the correct words to this song, but they just keep going. We got some hoes in this house. We got some hoes, and I do not know why they are singing that song.
Oh, I know that song.
Okay, so I for whatever reason, and I'm so grateful you know that song. And I want you to listen to that song later and figure out what about that song is
that's
relevant.
A bad song, though.
Well, I don't get to pick the music. I don't really know that song. I don't know all the words to that song. I actually really am just hearing that line to it. So there's something about it. When you listen to it later, something's going to click. Now I'm going to say a couple of things that you might not appreciate so much, but they're saying it. So I say what they say. It's kind of the deal I have with the angels. And here's the first thing: everything you do during your pregnancy, the baby is getting it. So if you don't want your baby to be addictive or have that addictive personality, you really just, at least until the end of the pregnancy, ixnay on some of the addictive behaviors if you can. Now, I know addictions are addictions for a reason. It's because it's something we can't control. It's something that we don't necessarily like. We try to control it, but we can't. But maybe if you think about it in that way, it might make you just a little bit stronger. Okay. The second thing I'm getting, as far as money goes, you're in for God, I don't like this. You're in for a bit of a difficult period here. And not okay, so I'm going to tell you, there's a woman right here, and she is she's a little bit she's on the other side, and she's very matter of fact with her words. She's not trying to be nice with her words. I'm just going to tell you that now. And I feel like this is either It's somebody that when she was here, you would have been, she would have put, the statement I'm getting is like, she would have put you in your place quick. She would have told you the truth. She wouldn't have minced words. She would have just been honest and direct with you when she was here. And she wants to be that way again. And I'm really fighting it because I don't necessarily love what she wants to say to you. But one of the things she wants to say is whatever situation is coming in over the next couple months, it's a situation that you've created. I'm saying this very nicely in comparison to the way that she wants to lay down the words here. She's saying you sow what you reap. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. That's the way she's saying it. You reap what you sow. And I know this is not what you want to hear. I know that people call in because they want me to give them that miracle answer. They want me to tell them it's going to be okay. Your angels are going to sprinkle some fairy dust on this, and you're going to win.
Yeah.
You know, a big old jackpot. That's just not the case right now, though. That is not the truth of your situation, and that would just hurt you. And what I need to tell you, what you need to hear, and what she is being very about is you need to get okay, you need to get it together. You need to clean up your act. You need to start acting in a way that is more responsible than you have been behaving. You need to put other people in front of you, and you need to just lock yourself in your house and just be that. Be that.
Yes.
I am hearing that you things will get better when you get better. Wants to
I'm trying to get myself better, but I moved in with my significant other about almost going on 2 months, and I have not been working, so it's kind of been a little rough. I have been pushing myself to apply and just getting in. You know, he's picking up work, and I'm just really trying to focus on myself and by myself, and I'm expecting a child, so
okay,
just lost, and I don't know what to do. I'm a little lost.
So what I'm going to say, and I say this, I think at least 3 times a month. If you can't find a job, you make a job. If you cannot find work,
and that's what I'm trying to do as well.
So if you think you can do eyelashes or nails or whatever it is that you think you could learn quickly and start doing or get trained on and start doing, do it. I mean, and that those are cash jobs for the most part until December, folks, until December.
Yeah. Until December. Yeah.
It depends on.
I know hair would be a good thing for me.
Yeah, if you can do hair, get some. Either start doing it on your own, go someplace where you can do it. If you can do, if you can do anything like that, just start doing it. I mean, if you can do braids, do braids. If you can do whatever it is, just start doing it, and start doing it now, because the moment when people have addictions, they really kick in when we feel like our life is out of control. And the moment we do one little thing to put our life back in control is the moment that we can be in that place where we're not depending so heavily on that addiction. And an addiction is something we think we control, but it really controls us. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do a clearing that we are in control of our lives.
I'm trying to get it together. My bills, as far as credit cards, all kind of stuff is just behind, and trying to pick up. And I don't want to keep going, to my significant other, bother him. I know he has his own bills and everything, so I'm not trying to really be a burden on him. I really need to step it up and get myself together, because now I'm about to be a mother, a first-time mom, so it's just
and that is
a little challenging for me, but
You know, there's this thing with being a parent, and it's called being 100% selfless. You no
Yes.
longer really, so the more you can practice that now, the better you're going to be moving forward. Um, and I do want to say, um, whatever's going on with you, you really have to look at, um, this is a you thing. This is not a thing that is, this is really, really a you thing. And you have to get to the core of this. And again, I'm going to do a clearing that we have self control. I get a no. Let's clear that to a yes. I'm going to do a clearing. We are in control of our behaviors, beliefs, and programs. I get a no. And let's clear that. It doesn't matter if you're addicted to food, um, gambling, substances. It doesn't matter. They all come from the same thing. They all come from not being able to control our behaviors and actions. Living on impulse control. So I'm going to do, we're living on impulse control. I get a yes. We're going to clear that. So please come back and re-listen to those, and I hope that's helpful for you. And thank you so much for calling in. I'm going to go to 415. 415. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Toni. It's Kate.
Hey, Kate. How can I help you today, love?
Hey. Well, it was, I think I might have said it before, but it was my dad's birthday and kind of also the anniversary of when he died. And this year, I don't know, it hit me a lot more. I mean, last year I was with a lot of his friends and I made a party. And this year I'm kind of alone.
Yeah, those moments really do catch up on
So
us,
I don't know,
don't they?
I want to clear this out.
Okay, so let's, I get that there's, sadness from his passing, but there's also other sadness that is building with this. So all sadness and the causes of sadness have been cleared. I get a no. Let's start clearing that. And this is for anybody listening, re-listening, watching, re-watching, all of these clearings in some way will be helpful for each and every one of us. All grief has been cleared. I get a no. And so we're going to clear that grief also. And I'm going to tell you, Kate, that they are saying every single time you call in, every time they're saying you're discontent because you are not on your path. You need to get on your path. You need to.
Yeah, but that doesn't help me. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. They just say that, but I don't know what that means.
Well, Kate, I think everybody knows that their path is their journey in this life, and kind of being in a space where you need to sit down and really figure out what type of work and how you want to do that, how you want to serve yourself and others moving forward is very, very important. Nobody can come along and tell you this is what you're meant to do. You are meant to do a million different things while you're here. You could do one of 100 things.
Yeah.
You have to figure out which passion is pulling your strings the most right now. You've been escaping a little bit. You've been living in an escapism for just a minute. And I know that that's not like the easiest thing to hear, but it is something that we all do. We all escape on a daily every day. We escape, whether we escape watching YouTube videos or TikTok or TV shows. We escape for that hour, whether we escape with that glass of wine at the end of the night. We all escape. Some of us run away from our life, or we'll run away from things because we're just not ready. We're not ready to move forward yet. We're still in that state of disbelief or shock or hurt or pain or whatever it is. So let's clear that now for you and everybody Listening, watching. We're gonna clear all escapism. And I feel that, I don't know if anybody else feels this. Please let me know. But the back of my neck and shoulders just feels like something is it's such a graphic description, like they're pulling all of it out of that area, and I'm like, get off me, get off of us, get off of all of us. But that escapism is really challenging to, like, sometimes to once we get into the pattern of escapism, it's difficult to turn around and get back into the right track again. I need you to sit down with a piece of paper, notebook, a pen, and I need you to ask yourself, and this is good for anybody listening that is feeling a little bit lost and wanting to be on their passion, purpose, what they're supposed to do. And make no mistake, I'm going to tell you right now, what your purpose is what your passion is. You are not here to suffer. You are not here to be in a space of, I'm doing this 9 to 5 and I'm so miserable. No, that is not even close. We are given our purposes, our passions, and our skills and our wills and our wants, because it is part of our path. So I want you to, again, and I think they said something like this, that take all the things you love from all the jobs you've ever done and careers you've had, and make a list of them, and then add to that the things that you would have done differently. Take the things you didn't love and state how you would do it differently, and maybe create your own business from that. Maybe create your own thing. I do feel like you are supposed to have something that is specifically your type of, like, your business, and you're supposed to be doing, but you keep procrastinating, and you're going to be in a place where you have to take a job because you've gotten to that point where if you can get this sooner, it will be up and running, and you will do really, really well with it. So Kate, I hope this was helpful, and I'm so sorry that you're suffering and you're so sad about your father's passing right now. Hopefully excuse me, I'm so sorry. Hopefully these healings will help, and they will, not only with the suffering, but propel you forward to be in that space that you're supposed to be. Okay, love?
Yeah, I just want to say I did a job I hated for 7 years. And to me, that's off track. So, going to a whole new place and trying new things, just getting here is a lot. You know what I mean? I did make a huge change in every way of my life. So I am like 3/4 there. It's just the last fourth.
Absolutely. And
that
again,
I'm figuring out.
And again, please write down, if you hated that job, obviously that's not it, but that
Most of it.
Well, write down again, do the exercise that they told you, and you are going to be amazed at what comes next from that, and how you get to move forward and fly forward. Sometimes it's taking the good pieces and running with those pieces. I do want to thank you so much, Kate, for calling in. I always love having you on the show. I do want to get at least one more person in today. So I'm going to go to 386. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Toni. I'm calling from Florida. This is Cindy.
Hey, Cindy. How can I help you today?
Hi. Do you have any insight about and work? It's finding another job. I just have not been getting the hours to be able to cover my bills where I'm at, and there is one specific party, and actually a second one helping that I work with, that have really been affecting those hours, trying to get me to quit and bullying me. And I had a conversation with my boss, and he was like really trying to talk me into staying, and I didn't say I was going to quit, but he was
already preemptively trying to get me to stay and assuring me we were going to be getting more hours. And then they called this morning and canceled on work again this morning.
Okay.
So for this week, I've got 2.5 hours and I've got rent due.
Oh, no.
And I don't know, I'm looking, I've been hunting for gig jobs to make up the difference on the days I'm not working for them. And, I've spent hours today looking for something to go do. And I've not found a bunch of scam ads, but I haven't found anything legitimate.
There are a lot of scammers
So
out there.
I need.
Okay, Cindy, so what I'm going to say.
I need another job.
Yep. I completely understand. What I'm going to say for you is one of the things I say quite often, write down all of your skills. Don't try to go to the same type. You don't have to only go to the same type of business that you've been at in the past. Ironically, other businesses would love your skills also. One of the things I am hearing for you is the auto industry. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but the auto industry does hire a lot of people and train them, bring them on. They need people right now. And the other thing, rather than going to where everybody's going to find jobs, whether that's a job listing site or something like that, go directly to companies in your area or if you are willing to work remote and they're willing to train you, go online, look at companies, and see what they are offering. Go to their career center, see what they're offering. This way you're cutting out the middlemen and going directly to that site, applying directly on their site, and possibly have a leg up because of that. I do feel like you're underestimating your skills and ability because you're coming from kind of from a bad space, under the tracks is what they're saying. You're coming from under the tracks. So you're in you've been bullied, you've been beat down a little bit. You don't feel as good about yourself as you can. And before I go any further, I'm going to do, we are self-confident. I get a no. Let's clear that poop out right now. We have healthy self-esteem. I get a no. And I'm going to kind of bundle these next clearings because I feel like I just need to say them quickly. We know our value and we know our worth. I get a no. Let's definitely clear all that. Again, get all that poop out and let's get all of that cleared to a yes. All that has caused this has cleared and healed. I get a no. So we're going to heal our self-worth, our self-value, confidence, esteem, all of those good things. And again, sometimes these clearings can happen like it's a one and done, kind of like Tinder, but not like Tinder at all. Don't go to Tinder. And sometimes it takes a couple of times, or it might take a little longer for some things to clear out for some people than other people. Anyway, okay, so now what I'm gonna say is I do feel like next week I know you want something this week and you need something this week. I do feel like next week there's going to be a couple of positions that you find. I do feel like you go to the sites of the companies and you apply. And I do feel like they are going to offer you training. So one of the things, and I know I say this a lot, but I'm going to say it again. I think it's so worth it when you go to sites like Apple and Tesla and a couple of other places. Even airline companies are now hiring people to work remotely. So you get hired, they train you, and you work from your home. They'll give you what you need to do the job. If you need a computer, Apple gives you the computer. It gives you the training. They start, I think, at $18 an hour. I don't know what you make, but it's better than 2.5 hours. I'm pretty damn sure of that. So, and they will do all of your training. There are other companies in the beauty industry, again, that you work from home and they will train you, and you're just, you clock in and those are your hours and you're there for that. Go to the company websites that you have an interest in, that you care about, and you want to work for, or that you know something about. Even if you know nothing about them, go there and see if they offer training for that position and apply. The other thing I'm hearing again is the auto industry. Now, the auto industry, at first glance, you might say, I don't want to sell cars. If you don't want to sell cars, don't sell cars. Bigger auto industries need service techs. They need receptionists. They need back office people. There are plethora of jobs in the auto industry, whether it's like, and they might not even be talking about an auto dealership. They might be talking about a mechanic's place. One of my good friends, Cindy, works as a service service writer for in an auto mechanic type of place. A repair shop. That's what it's called. Okay, and she loves it. She absolutely loves it. And and she gets paid. I'm going to be not putting her pay out there, but I know she does well. Okay, so there are a lot of different opportunities out there. Did you know that companies will hire you to go to stores and take pictures of their products on shelves? Yeah, that's a job. It's a thing. And you get paid to do it. They want to make sure that when like stores have their products out, so they literally hire people to go to the stores, take pictures of their products on shelves, how much is stocked in, and do a count of them. That's a job. So there are a lot of opportunities out there. I feel like next week you're going to find several opportunities. I do feel like you do have to go to websites, look at all of their postings and see which one fits you and apply for it. I'm hearing you cannot be afraid to do something new right now. It's sometimes when we're being moved out of something, it's to move us into a whole new road and a whole new way of doing, of working, which for you might mean doing something completely different than you've been doing. Because, and the message I'm hearing, and I cannot be more exact about this, is you deserve so much more. You deserve so much better. And you deserve to be in a situation where you are able to grow and have more with whatever company you do end up with. Okay, love?
Okay.
Thank you so much. You are so welcome. And, you know, I'm going to say something. Work areas, working at a company can be worse than junior high or high school, because sometimes women and men do not outgrow that mentality of bullying and egoism and that stuff. Don't sit around and wait for it to change. If wherever you are not being respected, try to find some place that will appreciate you. Sometimes God and the angels send people in to get you out of a situation because they know for a fact there is something so much better waiting for you. Now, this goes for relationships, this goes for jobs, this goes for any area of your life. If something is pushing you out of it, it's not so you can become, homeless and stranded. It's so because there's something better. Don't get to the point. Don't let it bring you to the breaking point where you've waited so long and you've had, put it off for that amount of time. Okay, you guys, my clock is done. I've got to go. I love each and every one of you. I'll be posting TikTok healings a little bit this afternoon. Please join me Wednesday at noon Central Time. Thanks so much, everybody.